everybody, so we are here with Trey. Trey, go ahead and do a little introduction, who you are, where you're from, and then we'll get into the car.
Alrighty, my name is Trey P. This is my 2015 Ford Focus ST full bolt-on. I am originally from Germany. My dad was in the military, so I've been all over, and I moved to the Henderson, Evansville kind of tri-state area about 10 years ago, and I've been here ever since.
From Germany, so you were born in Germany?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I did 2 years in Italy, and I was fortunate enough to take part in Oktoberfest both years I was over there.
Oh yeah.
That is quite the party.
Yeah, Oktoberfest is awesome. Definitely, if you know anything about Europe, anything about Germany, Oktoberfest is the go-to festival.
It's massive.
Oh yeah, huge.
And German beer is no joke.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll catch up to you real quick.
Oh yeah.
So I can see right away that you got some aero on it, wheels, tires, all that good stuff. Let's just start with the front of the car.
Yeah.
And we'll just work our way around.
Alrighty. So I have a custom Vega Motorworks front splitter with splitter rods. I also have a CPE Intercooler aftermarket, and then with brakes, I cannot remember what brake discs I have, but I have slotted brake discs to help a little bit with cooling down when I take track days. I also have some Option Lab rims, and then some Continental Extreme Contact Sport tires, 235s.
Now you mentioned you track this. What kind of track events have you done in the past?
I haven't been to one in quite some time, but the last one I went to was down in Tennessee. I was on vacation, and someone was actually, while we're down there, was telling me about, hey, there's a track, and they're gonna have an event coming up if you want to come down. I think it was like $20 to get in. You could do a couple laps. I went in, and it was a lot of fun, but at the time I had stock brake pads and stock rotors, and I kind of realized they were getting kind of hot, so that's when I switched over to slotted rotors, and they've helped out a lot. Now,
I've only done one event in my Mini, me and my girlfriend did, and I mentioned it, I think, briefly in the intro video. Maybe I didn't, but if you've never done an HPD event, the high performance driving,
yeah,
man, I would highly recommend it. It's a very, very fun weekend, awesome time.
Yeah, you really get to experience your car and really figure out the limit of, oh wow, this car can actually do all this, or oh man, this is kind of lacking on this part. So yeah, it's awesome to kind of really dig deep inside your car and figure out what all it needs or what all they've perfected.
And really how capable they are. They're more capable than what you would think they are. I mean, obviously depending on the car, but so the writing caught my attention. What does that say? Anything?
Yeah, it says boost creep.
Boost creep.
Yes, sir. That's
interesting. So is there a meaning behind the boost creep, or?
Not really. There's a YouTube video or YouTube channel I watch called Donut Media.
Yep.
And they dropped a line called boost creep, and it immediately stuck to me. And I had to get my window replaced, and I had a banner on it, and I wanted to put some Japanese lettering on it, and the first thing that popped in my head was boost creep. So I was like, that's it. That's what I'm going with.
All right, cool. Well, what kind of side skirts do you have? It looks like they're matching with the...
Yes, they are also Vega Motorworks side skirts.
I really like those wheels.
Yeah, when I first got this car, it had the stock like gunmetal-ish, kind of silverish wheels that come on most vehicles. And I wanted to do black first, but black on black is so overdone sometimes. And then I was gonna go with white wheels, but white wheels are such a pain to keep clean. And then I saw some bronze wheels, and they're not super bronzy, but just a slight like silverish tint to them.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw, I got them. They came in, put them on, and I love them. Love them ever since I got them.
My buddies who are on the channel with me, they like the look of like the black and gold, black and bronze, all that too, And it took me a while. I'm slowly coming around. I'm liking it more and more. I didn't like it at first, but it's been growing on me. So,
yeah.
So we got some window art here.
Oh yeah.
We got Cobb, which I know you got Cobb Tuned, right?
Yeah.
We'll get into that when we get into the engine.
And I also have a Cobb catback exhaust on it.
And I hope the video, we'll get a start too and maybe some revs, but it has a nice little, what would you call it, burble?
Yeah,
burble tune or burble kind of.
Burble.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a ST expert or anything, but are those stock taillights? Or did you?
Those are aftermarket. They're Spec-D taillights. The original ones are like your normal reddish kind of color, and they didn't look too bad, but I saw the black housing with the white strip light, and at night they turn red, and it just looked so good with the black and red.
So we talked about this sticker off camera a little bit. I think it's a cool story. If you don't mind telling it, we'll get it in there.
Absolutely. So the reason I have that sticker on there is my father was in the military for, I believe it was about 35 years, close to 40 years. And he ended up getting a prostate and a throat cancer. And his treatments were done in Miami, and his buddy lived in Key West, Florida. So throughout the treatment, he went scuba diving, he went deep sea fishing, did all this, and they told him, you know, his life expectancy was like 2 years. They didn't give him much. And I guess just doing what he loved doing, he got better in health, and he saw that sticker. And when he got better, he brought me that sticker back from Florida, and as soon as I saw it, it just clicked in my head, like, you know, the gun for the military and the Marlin for, you know, what made him feel better during cancer. And so
some deep sea fishing.
Yeah, some deep sea fishing. So I had, you know, as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, I got to put it on there. It has to go.
Well, if you want to go ahead and pop the hood and see what all's going on under there.
Absolutely.
Well, you can see a little bit, but a lot of it's...
Oh yeah, most of it's covered up.
All right, well, let's get you over here by here, and let's talk a little bit about what all you've done to the engine.
Okay, so when I got it, the only thing it had on it was a Cobb short shifter, which was pretty nice. I went and ordered an Injen cold air intake. That has been awesome ever since. It makes really good flutter sounds, a lot of good air. I also have a CPE cold air, CPE intercooler, and then other than that, I have a catless downpipe. I can't remember which company I bought that from. I have a catless downpipe, and then I have a Cobb catback exhaust that goes all the way to the back. And that's pretty much it for the full bolt-ons. I also have a tune from JST, and it took about 5 revisions, and it came out really good. It makes close to 23-ish pounds of boost. It's just a super fun daily. I mean, nothing crazy, you know. It can keep up with a lot of cars. I mean, there's some cars like, you know, like the 392 Hemi and stuff like that. Those are a little more out there, but around curves, it dominates around curves. I have, for suspension, I have set up, I have Fortune auto coilovers. I have massive camber arms and massive end links, and then I also have a Hotchkis sport suspension sway bar that goes across the back, and then a sway bar for the front as well. So when it comes to suspension, it's just super tidied up, and going around corners is so much fun.
Yeah, it makes a big difference once you start throwing some aftermarket suspension on it.
Absolutely.
And get you good tires. Tires are obviously key too.
I think it had Michelin on it at first when I first got the car, and they weren't too bad, but when they got really hot around corners, they gripped, but they were also kind of slippery. And so I went with the Continental Extreme Contact Sports, and those have been awesome in the rain, and when it's dry, when it's hot, when it's cold, they do awesome around corners.
Yeah, I got, at the recommendation of Mike and Zach, I got RA71Rs on the Mini, and they did during the track event that we were able to go to. It rained part of the time, and I mean, it just stuck to the track, even with it being wet. So
absolutely, yeah, they're awesome.
You mentioned JST. Is that short for something? Say someone wants to know what that is. Is that short, or is that actually the name? Or
that's the name. It's called JSTuned, and they just call it JST. It's all capitals, JST, and then the "un" part of tuned is all lowercase. I bought the access port, and I went online, and all you do is you take your access port, and he'll say, you know, do a pull from 2,000 RPMs to 5,000 RPMs. So you do a wide open throttle pull to that. You'll take your access port. You have to have a laptop or a computer to do it. You plug it in, send it over through email, and then he'll look at it, you know, do whatever he needs to it, send it right back to you, and then, you know, you'll go, oh, it's skipping a little bit of time or something, and then you'll tell that to him, and he'll tell you to do another pull, you know, as many times as it takes. Sometimes it takes 2 times, sometimes it takes 20 revisions. It all just depends.
All right, guys, I think that's gonna be about it for the video on Trey and his Focus ST. We need to talk about your detailing. Go ahead and talk a little bit about your detailing.
So within the next month or so, today's July something, 2021, so I would say probably
July 9th.
July 9th. So at the end of August, it'll be open. It's in Henderson, Kentucky. It's a big 2-car garage. I've been detailing for about 10 years, so I have plenty of experience. I know everything from paint correction and buffing down to ceramic coating and all that. And I usually try to beat everyone else's prices with still having better work than them. It's called Black Diamond Detailing.
Black Diamond Detailing, okay. Do you have any social media pages that people could go to reach out to you, or an email address so we could plug in somewhere?
Yeah, on Facebook. If you go to Facebook and type in Black Diamond Detailing, it should pop up.
All right, well, Trey, I appreciate you taking the time to let us show your car off on the channel. And that'll be it for this one.